Hi guys, and welcome to my first reaction ever. And it is on the Final Fantasy VII Remake opening movie that just released a couple hours ago. So, because this is my first reaction ever, let me just give you a quick intro. For Final Fantasy VII in particular, I played it in its early days on PS1 many years ago. And played through it several times, so I have somewhat of an idea. Well, granted, I was a child, so a lot of the ideas revolving around Final Fantasy VII have left me. I still will hold a lot of that information or the experiences I had with the game. So there's that. As far as the reaction is concerned, because this is my first time, I don't really know sort of the rules and guidelines that revolve around it. So this is sort of like an experimental. This is sort of like an experimental sort of thing. But yeah, this game, first game I ever played, first console I ever owned, PS1, first game. And yeah, I've seen several of the trailers so far. Well, snippets, pictures. HD, good-looking pictures. So yeah, I'm really excited for this game, and I hope it's really the perfection that I already know it's gonna be. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the reaction. Apologies if anything in this video is somewhat off or different to what other reactors do. Like I said, first time, so yeah, let's give this a go, eh? Right, let's do this. 5 minutes 21 seconds, by the way. It's a pretty chunky trailer. So we've already had a I mean, sort of opening trailer before, and as far as I know, I think this in particular trailer was leaked, or this opening movie, the opening cinematic was leaked, which I tried my very best to ignore and not see anything. And to be honest, originally I didn't want to watch any of these trailers, but because I know the game is sort of a remake, but and I know there are certain aspects of the game which are not exactly the same. Like there's several characters introduced that weren't in the original, and that's all good. So I try to avoid as many spoilers as possible. But yeah, let's get into this. Okay. I think this is our first oh, we got a hawk. I think this is our first sort of footage of outside Midgar. Takes me back to a certain scene at the end of Crisis. I think it's at the end of Crisis Core with Red 13. Music is very eerie. And the hawk just kind of like using the hawk as a way to show the environments, how good it looks. Is this 1080 by the way? Yeah. Bro, oh my god. This is wait, hold on. What I'll do is I'll pause this one time, but I'll watch the rest of it and then I'll go back and I'll talk about some of the frames. But yeah, I won't pause it anymore. We'll just go through it. This shot right here, it just shows you how detailed they managed to bloody make Midgar, and I love it, dude. It literally, I just hope like the actual exploration is top notch, even if it's only within Midgard. Like it better be. See, look how lively it looks. The slums is just exactly how you would imagine it. We got construction workers, road closed ahead. And then you got the little kids, you know, looking like they're from the slums. Wilted flowers. Also, I noticed there was the playground there as well. I don't think we've seen, yeah, this playground around here. Some very good memories in this playground. Okay, and then we've got the close-up on the eye shot, which has been used several times when looking at anything related to the live stream. So we got the Mako reactor going off. So if this is what I think it is, it's gonna. It looks like, yeah. Okay. So that's actually a pretty sick transition. It is what I thought it was. Is an extended version of the trailer that they gave us a while back. You know, we got beautiful Aerith, perfection. You know, absolute perfection. Green eyes, staring into the live stream. Just looks so good. She seems spooked. Actually, in the original, there's no hint of her being spooked here. She literally just walks out of the alleyway. So this in particular part has been changed a little bit. Of course, gotta add the you know, getting knocked into someone on the slum, stepping on her flowers to show the darkness. Oh. Or flower. Okay, she has hope. And then we got the zoom out so we can see Midgard City from afar. Beautiful Midgard City. We got the Mako reactors on the outside. Okay, so this part, so yeah, they're pretty much just this is pretty much just an extension of the original trailer that was given to us a while back. Beautiful shot of Midgard City. Hey. Okay, and then here comes the train. Bombing mission commence. I try not to mention anything too spoilery, especially for reaction. You got badass Cloud on top of the train, you know. Iconic scene that we've seen several times in the past. And this is where the game begins. We got our two infantry, Shinra infantry. Just seeing the scene like fleshed out is just amazing. Yeah, one of them taken out. That's cool. Yep, here comes Biggs. Jesse, oof, nice. Jesus. And here comes Wedge. I think all of the members were here. I don't know if Wedge was here though. I think Wedge was already up ahead in the original, but here they go.
Get down here, Merc.
And where's our boy? Hey! There he is. So good. So good. Okay, so let's go back, right? Now, I mentioned this reminded me of a scene involving Red 13 and some babies, but we won't go into that. But basically, he's overlooking Midgar in a sort of, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was like post. Trying to remember where it's. I mean, it was like post Crisis Core, I guess. I can't remember how many years later it was. And then obviously we used, you know, there are several games that do this. They, in order to show the environment, you gotta have a hawk. You just have to have a hawk going through the environments and showing how beautiful everything looks. So yeah, that's great. Going into the smoke, the pollution, which is Midgard City, the slums. Yep. Now, I'm absolutely amazed by this shot right here. You don't get this kind of shot. Like, you don't get this kind of shot in the original game, obviously because of, you know, graphics and whatnot, but you can already get a feel just based off the trailers alone. You can already get a feel for how fleshed out and how explorable Midgard City is actually going to be. Excuse me. Yeah, and then I'm just excited to explore this Midgard City, which is essentially only like it's not even disc 1. It's not even the end of disc 1. It's just the beginning part of the game. And we got the trains. Now, I wonder if the trains are going to be a sort of used as like a transportation system, somewhat like a fast travel system. You just go to the train and brings you to one from, you know, section to section of Midgard. I think that would be pretty cool. So the train is actually utilized. You don't actually use the train that much in the original game. You use it like maybe twice, and the second time you're actually thrown off the train. I won't go into why, but imagine the security system on the trains actually playing a part. That would be, if they were to go into that level of depth to actually make it so that there was some sort of mini game. Well, no, I'm pretty sure that's overshooting a little bit. I don't think they would make something out of it. But yeah, there was something in the original game where the security system, like you would go through like certain checkpoints, and there was a security system to check your ID cards. And I mean, this isn't too much of a spoiler, but the Avalanche group sort of had like fake ID cards. And yeah, anyway, continuing on. You know, I don't actually think we saw any roads. You don't actually get to see any roads in the original game, so seeing roads with a lot of cars and how busy it is actually pretty cool. And then we got Steven's restaurant. We got a cafe. Just imagine all of these places in the trailer are actual places we can visit. So Steven's restaurant and something cafe. The Gunner Cafe. Just remember those names, because if we see them in the game, then that's awesome. And we got the populace, the kids, and the slums, the hardworking. What do you think are in those canisters? Is it just oil? Gas and oil or something? Maybe. It looks something like it would be holding like Mako. Yeah, so this pretty much just shows us how run down the slums are. Everyone's just doing their thing, living their life. And then we get our first shot of the playground. Oh, we'll talk about it as soon as we get there. And then see the flowers just sort of there to signify how sort of, you have to remember the slums is like, it's like where the rich don't live. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like you got the Shinra up top. Then you got the people living in the slums. I don't remember if there's actually like a higher tier of population. I don't think it goes into that. Because as far as I know, as far as I remember, you have the slums, and then you have Shinra building up top. But I think I remember someone saying that the rich actually live above. If you were considered in like sort of quote unquote 1%, you could live above the slums in a more sort of rich environment. But I don't really know if that's true. Or maybe it's just Shinra building that just controls everything. Right, so this playground. Now, this is interesting because, right, this playground in the original game was literally that area where the playground is was just the playground. Then you have like just sort of like a wall. There was like a wall there. But now we have the playground. I mean, obviously they got to make it like this. They have the playground, and it's surrounded by many buildings, right? And in the original game, I'm not. This is kind of spoilery, so I'm not going to say it. There's this one scene that happens, and what happens in this area. Like, you have to imagine, there's this one, I can't really go into it, but there's something happens here, and it's a very memorable scene. But we're not going to get into it because it's spoilery. But yeah, just well, I want to see how it occurs in this area, basically. If the yeah. Anyway, moving on. And then the whole close-up into the eye shot has been used before. When it comes to you know, staring at the live stream or Mako. So that's pretty cool. Got the Mako going off, and then this is cool because this is used as a transition. Now normally, in the original game, the opening cutscene, I thought we were just looking into space, right? Like it starts off in space and then it zooms down. But here, they're using the Mako as a transition. Sort of like it's more like instead of it being space, it's more like the dust, the particles in the air. And then it's using it to transition into this is a sick transition into Aerith. So we got our HD Aerith here, just kind of like meditating. Doing Aerith things. Listening to the planet. And now this right here, when she looks down the alleyway, in the original game, she doesn't do that. She literally just walks out the alleyway. Nothing to be afraid of. She just walks out. But here, she has something to be afraid of. And she, yep, runs out of fear. And here, her bumping into this, you know, that's a nice little ad to just show how, you know, sort of busy everything is. Dropping her flowers and people just stepping on her flowers like they don't care. I don't even know if that guy even saw. He was carrying a box. Rude. Just an innocent flower girl. And then you got your zoom out. Just show how huge Midgar is. I really do hope we get to explore like all of this. If this is gonna be part 1, it better be like majority of it be explorable. Like it's so huge. And we got our logo. And then Cloud being a badass. So pretty much scenes we've already seen. Now I don't remember if this in particular was shown in the previous trailer where you actually had the Shinra infantry checking the train. I don't think that was in the original trailer. So yeah, this is a nice little cool thing that they added, you know. Well, so I say added, but it's more like just, you know, it's just the upside of having modern graphics. And then this part right here. Now, this actually happens in the original. I mean, obviously not in the same choreography, but this is actually pretty sick. Like what they used here, like that was pretty cool. Showing off how they take him out. That's nice. Now there should be, in the original, there's 2 bodies, right? And actually, you can actually loot the Shinra soldiers for like potions. It'd be pretty funny if you could do it again here, but I only see 1 body here in the trailer, so they might have hid this second body. Avalanche. Now, Wedge being here, I don't think Wedge was here when we got off the train. He should be further up. He should be already at the door. But I mean, it only makes sense that he comes off the train with us, right? And he says, hey, Merc, come on down or whatever. And Cloud being a badass. And yeah. Goosebumps, man. Got me excited. But yeah. I'm going to say... Well, I mean, okay. Every trailer literally was perfection. Even the trailer before this, the theme song trailer. Oh, man. It's already giving me, like... It's like... I'll mention this real quick, is that it gives me sort of like KH3 vibes, and well, with their trailer when they went from like they introduced a new song with vocals, and like it's a really badass song, right? And then they transitioned to another song. Like this literally, or the theme song trailer did the same thing, only it was, I think the Final Fantasy one was better. That's just me though. And I'm more of a Final Fantasy fan over KH fan, but yeah, I'm going to say this is the opening movie. I don't know how much more, because we still got how many more days? It's only February 15 here. And it's coming out in May, so we still got a wild, and I mean we've already been shown a lot now, and this is a full-on opening movie. I don't think they're going to give us any more trailers. That's just me. We've already been given so much. We've been given so many images, so much gameplay, so many trailers, a theme song the theme song trailer. I think we must be getting close on the I mean they still gotta keep the hype there leading up to the release. But I feel like they've already given up so much. But yeah, that's going to do it for the reaction. Like I said, first reaction, I hope you somewhat enjoyed it. I'm going to be getting into more reaction stuff moving on. So if you guys are interested in sort of seeing my reactions or discussing whatever it is we're talking about, namely Final Fantasy VII, yeah, just feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, you know? I think it's going to be a good time. If you want to discuss it furthermore, outside of YouTube, there's always Twitch. You can see me at twitch.tv/Claudes, or you can follow my Instagram, my Twitter. I'll put all the links in the description anyway, the usual stuff. But yeah, yeah. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one. Peace.